Morning. Thank you all for being here today. It's so nice to see so many faces in person. Welcome to our press conference to launch the Age Friendly Innovation Center and celebrate the work of Age Friendly over the last 5 years. We will go ahead and get started with none other than Fran Ryan.
Good morning. I said I'm not ready to run yet, or I'm not ready to dance with my dancing partner over here. I don't know if you know that, but Councilmember Brown and I are dancers. Anyway, it's so great to be here, and this is my first visit, and I'm so excited, not only for the visit, but in seeing all of you, but when you get a chance, what a great program. It looks just great. So thank you very, very much for being here. We've made some great strides in the last how many years now? It seems to me I've been doing this for 11 years, but since 2016, we've become really an integral part of what the city and county is all about. And we are so proud that we work so much with the Franklin County Office on Aging, the Columbus, and also our big partner, which is also the Central Ohio Area Office on Aging, and also all of the villages that we work with, and particularly our council and our mayor's office. We've got the best partnership going in the country. I have said this over and over again. I think we're number one, Katie, we're number one. And so at this time, it is my privilege to introduce Councilmember Brown, who has been just an advocate for us all the way. Every time that there's a problem, we go to him. And his leadership in this whole aging community area has been wonderful, and I'm going to miss him, and we are all going to miss him. So tomorrow we're going to hear from him on our roundtable. So I thank all of you who have participated in any of the programs that we've had in the last year. And Katie, I want to congratulate you for this wonderful job you've done. I think it's just great. So Councilmember Brown, it's all yours. He's ready to dance. I'm not.
Good to see you, gentlemen. Franny was just commenting about my circumstances because at the end of the year, I'm not running for re-election, and there are certain things that I will miss, and one of them will be not being around Fran Ryan. On behalf of Council President Shan Harden and my colleagues on the City Council, I want to thank you all for joining us today for this exciting announcement. It is always a pleasure to follow the lead of my dear friend, Fran Ryan, my dancing partner. For those of you who don't know, and you would not, a number of years ago we were at the Arnold Classic, and Fran and I were there, and they had this dancing competition, and we were, of course, the seniors. And though we didn't win, we made a heck of an impression. Columbus is a vibrant city that anticipates growing to over 1 million residents in the next decade. While our city manages this unprecedented growth, we must stay focused on ensuring our seniors can continue to enjoy a high standard of living. Programs like Age Friendly are vital to our success, because they amplify the voices of seniors and convey their perspectives to community leaders. In creating their 5-year strategic plan, Age Friendly surveyed over 2,400 Columbus seniors, held focus groups, and facilitated walk audits throughout our neighborhoods. This focus on community engagement is why I have pushed to include Age Friendly Columbus in the annual city budget to ensure our departments are informed about the issues facing seniors in our community. The new Age Friendly Innovation Center we're standing in today will continue to bolster the efforts in making Columbus the best community in which to grow older. I'd like to thank the leadership team of Age Friendly, Katie White, Melissa Sheldon, Lisa Durham, and Holly Shoney for their dedication and advocacy. I'm also grateful to the partners in this work with the Franklin County Commissioners. While they were unable to join us today, Commissioners Kevin Boyce, John O'Grady, and Erica Crowley are strong advocates for our seniors and send their congratulations to today's announcement. And I know each one of those county commissioners personally, and I'm older than all of them, and they understand my passion about seniors. I am pleased to be joined today by representatives from the Ohio State University College of Social Work. This Innovation Center is just another example of how the university is an excellent resource to our community. And with that, I'd like to invite our next speaker to the podium, Interim Vice Provost Ryan Spezia.
Thank you, Councilmember Brown, and recognizing that your term ends at the end of the year, I think it's appropriate to recognize all of your support, not only for this program, but for everything you've done in the city and then the partnerships with the university, and we're so very appreciative of all of that. And we wouldn't be here today without gone over the past 5 years. I remember a number of years ago we asked Tom, who I'll introduce here in a minute, to speak at the OSU Board of Trustees meeting, and I believe you spent some time talking about this initiative and where so far because of so many of you in the room in partnership with the university, the city, and so many others. You know, Age Friendly has been a strong addition to the university's outreach and engagement programs, so much so that early on, we've been thrilled to recognize the program in 2020 at the programmatic level for the impact it's having, and then last year at the faculty individual level for the impact that Holly's had in terms of her research. What it exemplifies is what it means to build and maintain reciprocal relationships. It is not simply about the university knowing the answers. It is about the partnership with the community arriving at solutions together, and I would argue the answers live in the city and the individuals, and so many of you, we simply help facilitate those answers. Dedicating themselves to decreasing barriers to participation through translation, transportation, and other efforts has earned them a reputation for being leaders in inclusive planning. In fact, it's not only leaders in inclusive planning in the city, it's inclusive planning within the university. This is an example of the types of programs that we think are so important to the future of Ohio State University. It is not about us, it is about us collectively as a city, as a state, and a world. Importantly, Age Friendly has a strong foundation to build on through the College of Social Work. Across the university, and I would argue across the community, the college is recognized for its partnership with the community in addressing critical issues. In fact, any meeting I sit in with Tom Gregoire, he will immediately talk about the voice of the community. We can't do our work in outreach and engagement. We can't do our work in partnership in this city without your voices leading the way. Much of that credit obviously goes to the faculty, staff, and students of the college, recognizing and honoring the lived experiences of our partners, but also credit to the college to the leadership of the college. And with that, it's my pleasure to introduce to you the Dean of the College of Social Work, Tom Gregoire.
Thank you, Ryan. Really, this whole conversation, we're congratulating each other a lot, but we should also take time and thank a number of people a lot. And we've heard those names. My hair was a different color the first time I heard of Age Friendly. So it's been a really long road to this date. Maybe a few bumps, but given who was driving it, most of us didn't even notice that. It's been a smooth transition, and part of it is because this has been a call to Katie, to Holly, to Marisa, to Lisa, and many other people. You issued the call, Fran, and you supported the call, and Ryan, you answered the call when we asked for money, and others have as well too. But this has been a call to a conversation, really, about how else could we think about aging. And how else could we be together as a community? And the future that this is creating is a future of innovation in order to ensure that the work of Age Friendly continues to evolve. We created this Innovation Center, we meaning Katie, Holly, Marisa, and Lisa. And and our faculty and university approved it. But it's a continued reflection of that question that's going to be the enduring conversation we're going to have in our community, with our community. How else can we think about aging, and how else can we be together? One of the things I'm proud about, there are, Katie, or make up a number if you don't know. How many age-friendly initiatives are there nationally?
645.
645. And how many are led evidence-based in universities?
Less than 3?
Less than 3. So less than 3 is 1 or 2. And whose is better? All right. So let's just get to the point. The mission of the Age-Friendly Innovation Center is to innovate with older adults through research, education, and engagement to ensure inclusion and build resiliency. And that's a particularly important one right now. I'm the only one in here not wearing a mask. I'm going to put it back on in a minute. The call to create a resilient aging community has never been more important than now. And you know many examples of how Age-Friendly has stepped up to contribute to that. To build resiliency and make our communities age-friendly. We're committed to a set of principles that you've heard about already, which are diversity, equity and inclusion, accessibility, community engagement, and interdisciplinary collaboration. And as we've established already, we're the nation's leader. This is an opportunity for leaders in aging to participate as affiliates. Some of them are collaborators in research, in education, and in community engagement. We're forming a resident council right now of older residents and residents with disabilities, all under the leadership of an advisory committee that we're also putting together. And I get to see those invitations as they go out. This is an impressive group of people that are coming together to do what will be incredibly impressive work. I can't wait to come here in 5 years and see what we've gotten done by then. This enhanced dedication to research, education, and an inclusive community will shape the way everybody ages. And we hope all of you see yourself as aging innovators. What's good for one is good for all in this respect. So I want to thank you all, every one of you, for your contributions that you've made so far and that you'll make going forward. I want to congratulate you all that we're standing up here and doing this, and let's welcome our director, Katie White, back to the podium.
Okay, good morning. I didn't think I would be emotional. I don't know why. I'm almost always emotional. I think that's partly what makes me good at my job. Before I get to my remarks, I just really want to say thank you. I know every single one of you here today on a personal basis because of the time you've given, the talents you've given, maybe the funding you've given. And so it just means so much, and really, hopefully, everyone feels that it isn't about one person, it isn't about one team, it's about all of us creating the place we want to live in as we grow older or as we are older. So I do want to take one moment and recognize Auditor Michael Stinziano, who's in the office and in the audience today, and any others that I missed. Thank you. He really helped get this up and off the ground, and thank you for seeing him and making sure I mentioned him.
Even with his mask on.
Even with his mask on. It's the tie that does it. So many of you in this room today were with us 5 years ago when we launched Age Friendly. And at the time, the interest and commitment from many collaborators set us in the right direction. And the program has really evolved over the years, thanks to the administrative vision and leadership of Lisa Durham. Thanks to our dean saying yes to taking on this beast of a program. The dedication to community-based research through the talents of Dr. Holly DeBelco-Shoney, and the interdisciplinary mastermind of Marisa Sheldon. And so much time, talent, and just forgiveness and flexibility from so many of my College of Social Work colleagues as well, from research to development to design to education. Thank you all. This really takes a whole team. There's so much I could say about our work, but a few highlights that top the list for me are as follows. In 3 years, we implemented 36 action steps, most of which were new programs or pilot projects, through strong collaborations with our villages. I think every village director is in the audience today. Through settlement houses, through a partnership with the Central Ohio Area Agency on Aging, Franklin County Office on Aging, CODA Mobility, and many, many others. And of course, last but not least, Columbus City Council's leadership and ongoing dedication, and the very best grant aims. We secured nearly $200,000 in funding through advocacy work that made its way right into the hands of local organizations. We piloted these projects at the local, county, and state level, many of which are still going on today, are being replicated in other communities, and have received ongoing funding. We held photo shoots with older adults, created a campaign solely around the idea of positive aging. We purchased billboards, we bought ads on social media, and we put advertisements across town that featured the faces and ideas and voices of our local elders. We have spent hours presenting, mentoring, providing extensive in-kind support to communities across Ohio that are interested in this work, that have launched this work, that are in this work, because we truly believe that when we find the answers and we're onto something that we know works, we must share it with others. So the work of Age Friendly is truly where innovation meets human services, where community-based participatory research leads to sustainable futures, and where incremental change and transformational change coexist. I'm so proud of what we have done, and I'm beyond excited for where we are going. We know our team is dedicated, and we know our community is special. With the Older Adult Resident Council, those of you that are here, raise your hand. I see some of you, yes. With our age-friendly affiliates, those in the room, raise your hands. Yes, yes, yes. With our age-friendly advisory council, those of you here, yes, thank you so much. With all of you, we will continue to do this work side by side and hopefully make the change we all like to see. Thank you for your contributions, for joining us in this celebration today. We invite you to take some small group tours. We've got reports. Most of all, we're just excited to share this celebration. Any other closing words?
Go take a look.
Thank you.